Inline CSS is convenient, but it still cannot completely separate style from contents. In this lesson, we will take a look at the other two kinds of CSS, internal CSS and external CSS. The grammar of internal and external CSS is identical. Their only difference is the storage location. Internal CSS is stored in the head area, wrapped around the style tags. External CSS is an independent CSS file. When you need it, you link it back to the HTML file. We will start with internal CSS and learn how to link external CSS later. Unlike inline CSS, internal and external CSS have completely separated style from contents. As a result, program maintenance is made much easier, even for complicated programs. But everything has two sides. Completely separating styling commands from contents has also brought us a new problem. How do we send styling commands back to the HTML tag? To solve this problem, people developed a new technology called CSS Selector. CSS Selector works like a bridge that links CSS properties and HTML tags. It's the foundation of internal and external CSS. There are many kinds of CSS selectors. In the future, there will be more. But no matter which kind of CSS selector you use, their basic structure is the same. The selector name should always come first. Behind it, a set of curly brackets. All CSS properties should be put inside the curly brackets. You can think of the curly brackets as an envelope. CSS properties are letters to be mailed. CSS selectors are the address written on the envelope. In this lesson, we will learn 4 kinds of CSS selectors. The first selector we are learning is the simplest, but also the most powerful one. It's simple because it's only made of an asterisk. It's powerful because every page element will be selected, and the asterisk is called a universal selector. In your official projects, you should never use the asterisk because it's bad for program efficiency. We will only use it when doing tests. The other selectors are Type Selector, Class Selector, and ID Selector. The other selectors are Type Selector, Class Selector, and ID Selector. As usual, we will start with the simplest, the Type Selector. The Type Selector is just the same as the tag name. For example, if we want to select the P tag, we just need to write the letter P before the curly brackets. Let's use the same 2 CSS properties we have learned, selecting text color and font weight. And we can see the result is the same. The text has been set to red and bold. But remember, the P tag selector will send the same CSS properties to every P tag in the HTML tag. For example, if we copy and paste the P tag a few times, we can see all the paragraphs are now set to the same style. This is the problem with Type Selector. It tends to select too much. If you need a more precise selector, Class and ID Selector are what you need.